Hello, everyone. How are you? Are you ready to learn a new lesson in TLE6? Then let's get started. In this quarter, we are focusing on ICT and entrepreneurship, and in this module, we will be discussing identifying the buyer and the seller and produce simple products. After going through this module, you are expected to identify the sellers and buyers and produce simple products. Before we dig into the lesson, let's find out first, what do you know about identifying the buyer and the seller and produce simple products? Choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, an entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and is willing to risk loss in order to make money. He or she organizes, manages, and assumes the risks of a business or enterprise. This means an entrepreneur is someone who is willing to put up the capital needed to set up a business, fully aware of the risks involved. He or she plans, organizes, and manages the business, hires the people to help run it, and ensures that the product or service being offered is sold at a reasonable price in order to earn. Entrepreneurs play a key role in any economy, using the skills and initiatives necessary to anticipate needs and bring good new ideas to market. All around us are businesses run by groups or individuals called entrepreneurs. Whether they run a small business, like a sari store, or a big one like a computer and software company, they are considered entrepreneurs. Have you ever dreamed of becoming an entrepreneur? Do you have what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur? Let's get to know some of the famous successful Filipino entrepreneurs. Ms. Socorro C. Ramos started working as a salesgirl when she was 18 years old in Goodwill bookstore in Escolta. She was good in selling. That's why she became in charge of the store. When she was married to Jose Ramos, they put up National Bookstore. Her vision was to extend the National Bookstore not only in Luzon, but also in Visayas and Mindanao for cheaper access to books and school supplies. Before, the National Bookstore was a general merchandise store. Until later on, it was selling books, greeting cards, and school supplies. Today, more than 70 national bookstores can be found nationwide. Jollibee was formerly selling Magnolia ice cream, then it was recognized as selling chicken and burger. Tony Tan Cacciong, the president and CEO of Jollibee, is a name to remember not only here in the Philippines, but also in other parts of the world, like USA, Hong Kong, China, Indonesia, and Japan. He had received several awards in the business and the like. The success of Jollibee, according to Mr. Cacciong, is sharing to people what they had achieved. Jollibee had been known to be a happy and hardworking insect, and now it is the favorite place to dine for many Filipinos, especially the kids. Lucio Tan's story was from rags to riches tale. Before working in the tobacco industry, his business was then a scrap. His dream was to become a scientist, but his fortune was bound for him to become an entrepreneur. His hard work made him successful and famous. Now, he owns Asia Brewery, Tanjue, Fortune Tobacco, Philippine Airlines, Allied Bank, and many more. What do you think are the secrets of their success in entrepreneurship? Why is it important to build a business? Do you know other entrepreneurs from your town who became successful? How did their business start, and how did they maintain those? Do you wish to become like them? Why or why not? Starting your own business entails serious hard work. It involves activities such as research, planning, testing, developing, marketing, and the like. A business involves selling a product or service or both. A product is something that is manufactured following a process in order to be sold for a profit. A service is a facility supplying a public or market need or demand. Some examples are hair salons offering hair care and hairstyling services, bus companies offering transport services, and spas and wellness centers offering massage services and skin care treatments, and the like. There are two people or parties involved in a business transaction such as selling and buying: the seller and the buyer. Look at the picture. Can you identify the buyer? How about the seller? The seller owns or manages a store or business establishment, offers goods, products, or services to those who need it, must learn the art of selling, must maintain good relationships with people, patient and courteous towards prospective consumers or buyers, sells products, goods, or services. The buyer buys goods or services from the seller, is also a consumer who makes use of the goods to meet his or her needs or wants and those of his family, also called the end user because they use the good or product or service in order to meet the needs and wants of consumers and derive satisfaction from it. In deciding what type of business to get into, it might be good to start with a hobby or interest. It is easier to work on something that you are already passionate about. You can produce something that you can offer or sell to your friends and schoolmates. School fairs are a good opportunity to sell. Among the products that are always in demand are food items. Start small before you think of producing bigger quantities. One has to practice his skills in food preparation, cooking, and food packaging. In addition, one also has to observe safety practices in handling, preparing, and serving food items. Whatever you decide on, you have to remember to keep your costs down while maintaining the quality of your product. Make sure to canvass and find out where you can source your materials and supplies and items. Purchase your ingredients in a store or market that sells fresh produce. Lastly, remember that the way a product is presented to the customer affects its stability. Food items, in particular, must not only be attractively packaged, but more importantly, they should be protected from contaminants and spoilage. Like other expense items, packaging must be of good quality, but also cost-effective. Congratulations, we are almost done with our module. But before we end, let us check what you have learned. Read the following statements below. Identify and write B if it refers to the buyer, and S if it's seller. The seller sells products, goods, or services at a specified amount, called his selling price, while the buyer is the person who buys goods or services from the seller. Goods and services must also be appealing to be patronized by potential buyers. Offer something new on every occasion, such as Christmas, Valentine's Day, graduation, Mother's Day, Father's Day, fiesta, birthdays, etc. Innovate existing goods and services to make it more interesting and develop customer loyalty. With the advent of technology, entrepreneurs and small businesses alike turn to the internet and social media platforms to survive the crises brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. Online selling and buying transactions soared high over time as it improved client service through greater flexibility, cost savings, and create opportunities to manage the business from anywhere in the world.